Yo, what's good, y'all? I would like to welcome y'all back to episode 65 of the Vaughn Talks podcast. Today, on which we're recording this podcast is May 15th, 2026. And first, I would like to say shout out to my current, past, and new listeners. Y'all already know I highly appreciate you. Shout out to everybody listening to this podcast from their favorite platforms. And before we get into the show, make sure y'all follow me in all of my socials. The link will be in the description box below. You can follow me everywhere because I am literally anywhere. You feel me? So let's go ahead and get into this shit, man. This might be a shorter episode of the pod, but we'll have to see because I barely have any notes, and that's only because I wasn't able to gather anything. It's been a busy week, so I wasn't really able to gather many notes and shit like that. But y'all already know I go on tangents, y'all yap, and it's like, fuck it, I'ma just speak on the first thing that come to my mind. You feel me? Speak from the heart type shit. You know what I'm saying, on certain topics. So you already know I gotta start this shit off, man. How are you doing today? And again, you can just answer it to yourself. I'm doing good. I'm not feeling that good. And then identify why, and then figure out what you can do to change it. Now, the answer might not come to you just then, so don't stress. Do not fret. But just think about ways that you could possibly change your situation or that you can up your mood for today, and something is going to come to you. It may not come to you now. It might not even come to you within the next hour or two, but just know an idea will pop in your head, and then once you get that idea, you can bring that to life. You can act upon it, and there you go, man. And if it uplifts your mood, then you already know, I might need to start taking this formula and implement it to my daily life. And whenever things, it seems to go awry, you can start thinking of certain things that you can, be positive about the situation. You feel me? Try to just try to be stoic. You understand what I'm saying? Only worry about things that's within your control. Everything that's outside of your control, it is what it is, man. Things are going to play out the way it's always going to play out. Just make sure that you do what you got to do to stay sane. You understand what I'm saying? Because, look, I'm already knowing times is hard. Motherfuckers broke as hell out here. You feel me? Gas is high as a bitch, and it's only going up, man. I'm about to see $5 gas for the first time for real. I think I seen it once before, like a couple years ago, when gas had went up crazy for that one day or whatever. I forget, it was like a day or a week or however much. But man, shit about to hit $5 over this bitch, man. I'm like, damn. And because I know I'm smart and I be reading about certain things, keeping up with other shit, whatever affects the oil prices, the gas prices, that's going to affect everything else. More inflation, you understand what I'm saying? Higher food prices, whatever it is, utilities, everything going up. Motherfuckers gonna be raising rent. But on the bright side, if you own assets, you already know what it's gonna take you. So yeah, man, I just wanted to just ask you, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm chilling. Again, my week has been busy, kind of thrown off a little bit. So I'm slowly but surely getting back into the groove of things, man. Like it's basically like me snapping right back into it. But I like to ease back into shit. I don't just like to jump into it and spring and that's just not me. Because for me, once a motherfucker starts springing into shit and moving too fast and trying to get back into shit, that's when shit don't go how I want them to. Not saying that I can control the full outcome, but I can get it to as close to how I want it as possible. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what matters the most. So, just easing myself back into it. And, we still dropping content. We still recording stuff. You understand what I'm saying? We still reading and shit like that, which I have not finished the Changing World Order book. Y'all might be thinking to yourself like, damn. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get into that in a few. Don't even worry about it. Gaming, I'm still playing Pragmata. I've been going through that. I am addicted to Marvel Rivals. The new season is coming up. We're going to be introduced to Cyclops. I believe he's going to be a new playable character. And we know for certain, because we've seen gameplay for him, that's Devil Dinosaur. Definitely going to see how that is going to play out because he could pair up with the Punisher, and they can get some crazy combos going with that as well. So I'm definitely interested to see how that is going to go. Again, I am addicted to Marvel Rivals right now. I just want to see how far I can take it and how good I can get, because I don't know how long I'm going to be playing this game. You know, it is a live service game, so it's going to always be there as long as people are still on that bitch playing. So I'll probably come back to that motherfucker periodically. But right now, I've been playing the fuck out of that game and Pragmata, and I'm looking to beat Pragmata and Mouse P.I. for hire before the Lego Batman game come out and 007 First Light. I told y'all about that, and I can't wait for those hoes, for them hoes to drop, man. Those are a couple of my most anticipated games for this year. Actually, it's been a lot of games I was anticipating this year that I actually got to play. Neo 3, because I never played a Neo game before. I just always knew that they were tough. And Neo 3 is definitely challenging for sure, but it's a lot easier because they give you a lot of things in your arsenal to give you a little more leverage over your opponent. But don't think that you're not gonna get your ass whooped. You still gotta build your character how you want them and level them up as you progress through the game and just hope for the best. You understand what I'm saying? But I did get to play that. Pragmata, that was one of my most anticipated games for this year. Resident Evil Requiem, that was another one of my most anticipated games for the year, and that shit was so fire. So that's 3 games right there. Didn't beat Neo 3, but I'm going to be beating Pragmata soon, and I did finish Resident Evil Requiem. I highly recommend both games. Then we got 007 First Light. That's looking better and better every time they show us gameplay for it. I'm looking to get that for free. I can't wait for that. And then the Lego Batman game, ever since that was announced, I said day one cop. That might be my, I don't know, that might be my number 1 or number 2 most anticipated game for the year. I don't know, man. It's definitely flip-flopping between that and Pragmata for sure. And then we got Onimusha coming out this year. I'm definitely anticipating that. We have the Wolverine game coming out this year. I'm anticipating that. We have Phantom Blade Zero. I'm anticipating that as well. We have a lot of good games coming out this year, or seemingly to be good for the ones that ain't dropped yet. But we have a lot of decent good games that came out this year so far, man. Even with the indie games, we got Alabaster Dawn, which I'm gonna cop. We have I'm gonna finish that demo though, just to see how I feel about it. But I want to cop that. We got it's not indie. It's being made by Square Enix, but we got the Adventures of Elliot. Can't wait for that to drop. That's coming out next month. Oh my god. Let me see. We have a couple more games that's like, yo, I need that. We have so many games that I've been highly anticipating this year, and I'm gonna be playing most of them for sure. I'm definitely gonna go and play the Alabaster Dawn. I want to go back and play that Ground Zero. My bad, I had to sneeze. I had to mute the mic up real quick. So if there was some sudden silence, I do apologize for that. I'm not going to edit that out. Ground Zero, I do want to go back and play that. Another reason why I don't know how long, I was saying that I don't know how long I'm going to be playing Marvel Rivals, because I definitely want to get into Deadlock and play that a little bit more, because that was a lot of fun. I was playing with some friends and they were showing me the ropes on how to play and shit, and I was like, oh, okay, because I tried to play games like Paragon or Predecessor, and I just really couldn't get into it. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. But once I started to realize, oh, you gotta read and build your classes like how you want and all of that, and figure out your play style and then combat that with the enemy team and shit, I was like, oh, I get it. I understand it now. I get that. You got to get an urn and take it to the enemy base and destroy their shit, however that go. I'm like, okay, this is decent. And I like the art style for the game too, so go check out Deadlock if you haven't. And then there's a couple other indie games that's dropping as well. Lizard State, that's it's like a spiritual successor to Splinter Cell, not being made by the same person. I believe this is made by Solo Dev. It's an indie game. Go check out the trailer for it. That looked interesting. Then we got Tears of Metal. That's a demo that's come out. Oh, I still got to go back and play Replaced. Then we got a game called Dead as Disco. That's like that's a rhythm beat 'em up game. So like a rhythm game would be something like let me see what I guess you could throw Doom in there. That's more like a rhythm. It's not a rhythm game, but you can catch a rhythm. But you know how like the movements are tailored to the beat. It's shit like that. It's fire. The art style look good. The combat, the gameplay looks great as well. Go check that shit out, man. It's different. It's something unique that came out this year. You know, it reminds me of Sifu in a way. But it's Sifu without the Souls-like elements. You understand what I'm saying? It has its own thing with the combat and the beat selection. Oh, and what's also unique with the game is you can add your own music to the game. So you could play that shit while your music is playing. You could beat them up to the music that you have. That shit is fire, bro. I definitely want to try that out and see how that is gonna work. But y'all get the point. So many good games this year between indie and AAA, or between indie, AA, and AAA. To be honest with you, bro, there's been a lot of great games this year, and Capcom has been leading the way when it comes to AAA titles. Man, I mean, Monster Hunter Stories, that had got good reception. A lot of people loved it. I was playing the fuck out that demo. Really liked the demo. I still got to finish the demo. Don't know if I want to go back and play the game though. Just because I have so many other games that needs to be played. Resident Evil Requiem, I already told y'all about that, and Pragmata. That's a banger. That game just sold 2 million copies. It was a headline that I seen. I was like, damn, okay, so this is gonna be their next franchise that they're gonna be working on to bringing us multiple games. That shit, man, listen, and then Onimusha, that's under Capcom, and I believe that's the last one that they're gonna be dropping this year. They have a story DLC, I believe, dropping later this year as well for Resident Evil Requiem, and I'm going to be going back to playing that shit, man. So, listen, I cannot wait for a lot of these games to come out. I have to get through Pragmata. I'm going to be playing some of that today. I'm going to get through and get done with a lot of shit as early as I possibly can when it comes to like actual work, so I can play this motherfucking game, man, because I got to beat this before Lego Batman and 007. And then I want to go back and play Mouse P.I. for Hire, because that's another game that I want to go back and play and finish as well. Because I'm going to be flip-flopping between Alabaster Dawn, The Adventures of Elliot, 007, and the Lego Batman game for sure. But I'm going to be making content for at least 2 of these games. I want to throw an indie game in there. And it might be Alabaster Dawn. If not, then I'm just going to do a 2D game, which is going to be The Adventures of Elliot. But I want to definitely get, just to broaden my horizons on and improve my skills on what I could talk about when it comes to these games. You feel me? So I definitely want to throw that in there so I can make content for it. But I know for certain I'm going to be making content for 007 and the Lego Batman game. I think that's a must do. Like, those are main priority. And then, less priority is going to be, for the indie game. But I definitely want to throw indie games in there just so I can get people to become aware and talk about it and help these games grow. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one of the goals, one of the reasons why I'm making content like this as well. So yeah, man, that's basically it for us gaming. Y'all see where I'm at. Same shit. I'm playing the fuck out of Marvel Rivals. I'm going to be on the new season heavy. I want to see how far I can take it, and then after season 7.5, I don't know where I'm going to take it from there, man. But Marvel Rivals has been a lot of fun playing solo and with friends. It's a lot more fun with friends, a lot more tolerable with friends. You understand what I'm saying? Just because it's more fun, and they're competent. They know what they're doing. They know how to play. They be helping me out. They teaching me how to play. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they showing me the ropes, and I'm just taking I'm just taking the gems that they giving me, and I'm just laying them down and implementing that shit. So yeah, man. If you are interested in playing Marvel Rivals, I highly recommend that you do. I play it on PC, keyboard and mouse. That's the only way I know how to play. I did try it with controller when I first started playing with that shit. Started playing that game, and it was awful for me. I'm like, oh no, I gotta learn this game on keyboard and mouse. Ain't no way, boy. So that's just what it is, man. Let's go ahead and get into some movies. Me and my girl, we had watched these 2 movies on Sunday called I Am Sam and The Deep End of the Ocean. They both have Michelle Pfeiffer in it. 2 good movies, 2 really good movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. I Am Sam is basically about a guy who has a learning disability, and he moved in this homeless woman that obviously need a place to stay. This homeless woman fucked this disabled man, with a learning disability. He got her pregnant. They had the baby. She did not want the baby. I'm gonna just spoil the beginning. They was walking to the bus stop like they about to get on the bus to go somewhere. He had the baby in his hands, and she say, "Oh look, there go the bus. Get on it. Hurry up, get on it before it go." He fucking around, about to get on the bus, without him even knowing. She took off running. Never to be seen again. Used that man because she needed a place to stay. Got pregnant, told that man that she didn't want to have a baby by him because he had a learning disability. So basically throughout the whole movie, you know, folks are, whoever is in his close-knit circle, they don't judge him because they're similar to him, or they really like that man, they support him. You understand what I'm saying? Because his basically his friend group is the same as him, right? But his inner circle wasn't judging him, but it was everybody that was outside. So folks tried to, you know, so he's raising this little girl who is perceived as normal, and the man with the learning disability, they felt like that he could not take care of her. And he was a really good dad. He was just having trouble struggling. And they were saying that he has the brain as the same age as a 7-year-old, and people and they was judging like, oh, what if you turn 8? What if she turns 8 and 9 and get older? And you know, it was just all fucked up. Like, it was just like, okay, just because this man is this way does not mean he can't take care of his daughter. He been raising her this long. She's 7 years old. She's 7, about to turn 8 years old. He been raising her this long. So what the fuck is going on now? What's really the issue? He's caring for her, he loving her, he taking care of her, making sure she fed, making sure she get to school on time, all types of shit. He talking affirmations to her. You understand what I'm saying? She's smart as a whip because of him. You understand what I'm saying? And they trying to take this girl away from him, trying to take his baby away from him. And it was just a whole fucked up situation. At the end of the day, if you really want to watch it, I say skip this part because it's spoilers. If you really want to watch it, if it sounds good to you, I recommend it. I say go watch it. At the end of the day, he ended up having a closer circle, even more people that cares about him and his daughter as much as he does, right? And you know, it's a whole circle now. She got a village around her, basically. She got a village around her. It's a good movie. So go ahead and go watch I Am Sam. I fuck with it. The other movie that we watched was called The Deep End of the Ocean. Another good movie. So basically the premise is it's about a boy that was lost and he wasn't found. Okay, the premise is it's about a boy that got lost, ended up becoming kidnapped, wasn't found for about 9, 10, 11, 12 years or something like that, 9 years or something like that, right? And the little boy that was stolen all those years ago, the mom proceeded to be her son, her long lost son, the son that got kidnapped. You feel me? Nobody knew though. But the movie started off with, I believe they was about to go on a trip. They was in this hotel and she was trying to it was a bunch of people in the hotel. This is in the 80s. I believe the time frame was 1988, I believe. And it's a whole bunch of people in this hotel. So she, I don't know where her husband was at, but she told her 2 little boys, hey, older son, you watch little son, right? You watch your little brother, and I'm gonna go over here and book these rooms, book this hotel room. She leave them, right? She leaves. These boys are out of her sight, out of mind. She ain't no telling how long it was going because that wasn't portrayed in the movie, but she was there for a little while at that goddamn counter. She come back, little boy gone. Little boy wearing a red jacket, red hat, he gone. They doing a whole search. Can't find him. Call the police. She say, look, if we can't find him in 5 hours, this what it's gonna be. I ain't found him in the 5 hours. He deemed as kidnapped. Years go by. Little boy pop up at the house. Hey, I'm trying to get some money. I'm trying to make some money on the block. Woo after bam. You mind if I cut your grass? Oh, cool. I'm about to go get my lawnmower. The mom who's been looking and worried about her son all these years, cause she go through some shit through the movie. You will see if you watch it. It's depressing the whole time. She look at that little boy, she like, damn, this could be my son. So they go through the rigmarole and, listen, go watch it, bro. Go watch the movie. If that sounds interesting to you, go watch it. The Deep End of the Ocean. I'm not gonna tell you the spoilers and if it ended up being her son or not. But what was going on through the movie and the whole progress of that, listen, you like, damn, this shit is fucked up. It's some fucked up shit, man. It's some fucked up shit. So go watch I Am Sam. Go watch The Deep End of the Ocean. 2 really good movies. If you got a significant other, highly recommend that you watch it with your significant other, because you are gonna want to talk about these movies to somebody. They are that good. Books, reading the same books, boring as fuck. You might be like, damn, you still reading The Change the World Order by Ray Dalio? Yes, I'm still reading The Change the World Order because this shit is boring, bro. I'm trying to read like 30, 45 minutes at a time. And, sometimes when I be reading the book, I be falling asleep a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm getting through it as much as possible. Once I'm done with the book, I'm going to be moving on to other books. You understand what I'm saying? I've been looking through No Name's book club. If you don't know No Name, she's a rapper. She has a book club, and they have a plethora of books in the catalog that I a lot of black literature that I want to get into, that I want to read and get my knowledge up. You understand what I'm saying? And read a shit ton of those books and just learn more about my people. So I'm definitely about to get more into those and reading comics, because I have a lot of comics that I need to get through that I want to read that I have not read yet. So that's definitely on the list, but I'm still reading the same shit. It's just been a little tough getting through it because it's boring, but it's good information. It's really good information to really show you why things are happening, why the economy is in turmoil the way it is, and how this has happened previous empires, previous generations before us, hundreds of years before us. It's 500 years of the rise and fall of empires, that whole little situation. You feel me? So you go through that whole thing, and it really gives you the breakdown of, okay, this is where we're at. And our history and point in time, this is where they were at this point in time, and this is why this is going on. Now, what makes our situation different is that we are going through a lot of these changes at once. You know what I'm saying? The fall of the US dollar, the rise of a new empire, which is going to be China again. What else? The devaluation and debasement of currencies. Let me see. What else? Wars, civil wars, all types of shit. We are going to be on that horizon. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we have all of this shit happening at one time. So once I start to understand that, I really just was like, okay, I'm not taking none of this personally. How can I take advantage of this and change the situation? You understand? Because this is not gonna stop. We're gonna get, the new power for the next 100, 250 years, or whatever the case may be, 300 years and then that fall of the empire is gonna happen. Then we're gonna be on the next. Now, we're not gonna be alive to see it, but just know these cycles are going to play out all the time. They're just going to look just a little bit different every single time. You feel me? So yeah, man, go read The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. A really good book. And if you are looking to get into real estate, highly recommend that you go pick up, what is it? How the average person can get into real estate or something like that. Real estate investing. Go look it up, bro. It's a red book. It might be black at this point. It's by The Modern Investor. Good, really good book. Started my journey, and I'm using that book as a guide as I go through my journey in purchasing property. Let's go ahead and get into the music. I have not been listening to any new music. I know it's a few people that drop. I know Uncle John He just dropped ANKHLE John JOHN. It's called, what is it called? Everything Beautiful Died Early. I'm going to be listening to that. He just dropped a new album. I heard a couple songs about Uncle John. He's a new artist to me, and that boy can rap. That boy can rap. I'm still listening to Pompeii Utility because the concert coming up. I need to memorize a lot of these songs, and I am thoroughly enjoying the album. Vince Staples is dropping the album soon. What's that shit called? Let me see. Hold on. Vince Staples. That nigga is dropping an album. It's called Crybaby. Can't wait. If you haven't heard Blackberry Marmalade, that's a really good song. Go listen to that motherfucker, man. Vince Staples, he is one of the GOATs, bro. He one of the ones. He one of the ones. Go listen to Vince Staples. That boy hard. He dropping the album. Bash for the World is dropping the album soon. I think it's gonna be like 7 songs long or something like that. So it might be more of an EP, but he's dropping real soon. Go listen to Bash for the World. That nigga can rap. Really good beat selection. I fuck with his music. Let me see. So yeah. Oh, MAVI, he's dropping the album real soon. I don't know when that's dropping, but he's supposed to be dropping. I cannot wait for that. MAVI is one of my favorite rappers right now. Shit, I ain't even gonna lie. He one of my favorite rappers of all time. I know he's still young and he's still putting out artists and still putting out music and shit like that. But I don't care. That nigga can rap. He is like, he submitted himself to me. When you drop an album like Let the Sun Talk as your first album, I gotta see if it's like Mike and that's his first thing that he ever dropped. Because Mike, I thought an album that he dropped back in 2017 was his first joint. No. He got shit going back all the way to 2015. And I am going to buy every single last one of those shits off Bandcamp just so I can have it in my catalog, in my collection. So I need to see if MAVI has some old music as well, man. I need to see how far back his shit go. But if once you drop an album, like I said, if this is his first album, you drop an album like Let the Sun Talk, and he was like, what, 17? Yeah, bro, you are destined for greatness. Go listen to Let the Sun Talk. First of all, the album title. Who comes up with an album title like that at 17? Let the Sun Talk. That is so fucking hard to me. I don't know, bro. I love that shit. Let the Sun Talk. Like, that shit, man. Yeah, bro. Go listen to that shit, bro. Go listen to Let the Sun Talk by MAVI. And speaking of MAVI, I will be playing a song by him. It's from his Laughing So Hard It Hurts album. I have the vinyl. Yes. It was like 246. Number 246 is limited. I don't think you can find that shit no more. And if you can, you will be paying a grip for that motherfucker, man. But I do recommend listening to Laughing So Hard It Hurts. Really, really, really good album. Very personal. Highly recommend that you go listen to that shit, man. I will be playing the song called Reason by him. So here we go. YouTube, I apologize. You won't be able to hear this shit. And that was MAVI. And that was Reason by MAVI. Did y'all not hear that shit? That is such a masterpiece for a song. First of all, beat selection hard. The nigga can flow. Did y'all not? That nigga MAVI can rap. This is what I'm talking about, bro. And I don't know if it's just me because I've been listening to him for so long now, but you can hear now, if you listen to his newer music, the maturity in his voice. But man, rapping, and then the next song after that is called Hemlock. That shit is also fire. But like him bruh, hope when I get into heaven, God had me a blunt and some runts. Like, what, bruh? Oh my God, bruh. Like that nigga MAVI can rap his ass off, G. That nigga, yeah, listen, bruh. You sleep on MAVI. If you ain't listen to MAVI, I highly recommend that you go listen to it, bruh. Go listen to MAVI. Go listen to that nigga today. Go listen to Laugh So Hard It Hurts. If you are looking for songs that you might want to start with off this album, hold on, I ain't even pull up the little whatchamacallit for y'all ass. Definitely say Reason, Hemlock, The Inconvenient Truth, Chinese Finger Trap. And Three Left Feet and Spoiled Brat. I say start with those. My favorite song off this album is Reason. So go ahead and go listen to that shit, man. That nigga MAVI can rap his ass off. Don't you forget it. All caps. MAVI, M-A-V-I, all caps. Go listen to that nigga, man. He hard. All right. As far as miscellaneous shit to talk about, I just wanted to say this real quick because I did put this on my notes. I'm so happy that celebrity culture is dead. I really am. And the reason being is because now motherfuckers can come back to reality. You understand me? And really look at the people that is making this art and getting paid off this art, or putting the ball in the hoop, or running down the field. They are all regular people. Now they may have, if you are in the same lane as them, they may be more talented than you, or whatever the case may be, or making more money, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they are all same. They are all the same, bro. We are all equal on this bitch. You feel me? Like, growing up, I've never been the celebrity. Oh my God, like a celebrity. I gotta meet him, and I've never been that type of person. Like, I used to grow up and like, I don't give a fuck about these people. Like, who are these people? I used to literally grow up and say that. Like, I was to grow up and say this shit. Like, why I gotta know their name? You understand what I'm saying? Because they famous, or what? Like, what if I don't care about, like, you feel? That's what my mind is at. Now I get it. You get older, but I see they doing it so good, better than anybody else, and they recognize for that shit. This, that, and the third. But I'm not holding the motherfucker up on a pedestal higher than me or above me, nigga. It's an equal playing field when it comes to all this shit. I don't give a fuck who you is. You understand me? We are all on different paths, but maybe leading to the same destination. It's just how we doing it is gonna take a little bit slower to be, recognized a little bit later in life, or sooner, whoever it is, whatever the case may be. It's all it's gonna be different. But motherfuckers, especially if on the same path, is heading to the same destination, right? So I'm just happy that celebrity culture is dead. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't really have a celebrity crush like that until like SZA came around for real. Like, I always thought like certain like celebrities was fine or whatever. You know what I mean? But like, by a true like celebrity crush, like, oh damn. Like, not only do I like their music, but that it was SZA. That was like the only one that I really had a crazy celebrity crush on. But I wasn't out here like, oh, I gotta meet SZA. She's so bad, I just do it. Like, I wasn't doing, like, it was just like, oh, okay. It's really because of the music for real. You understand what I'm saying? It's really because of the music. Because, motherfuckers grew up, when I first heard her, I was like 17. So, I heard Teen Spirit and Babylon, the original, before Kendrick got on that bitch. I'm listening to, don't she got a song called Advil and what else? There's some other shit. I went back to when she only had S out, and when I heard See SZA Run for the first time. You feel me? That's when I started listening to her. So it was more so like the music, but I never really had like a crazy celebrity crush. Like, I never really cared about that shit for real. I don't give a fuck who you is, bro. I'm not about to put a motherfucker on a pedestal or nothing like that. Now, it might be an honor to meet you and shit. Like, okay, cool, you feel me? We could talk just like regular people. You share ideas with me, I share ideas with you. Then we going about our way. And then if you cool, we come around a little bit more. We collaborate, or just be in each other's presence a lot more often. And it's like, okay, this motherfucker is the real deal. You feel me? I always felt like motherfuckers that was head over heels for celebrity shit like that was just a little bit weird. Like, just gotta meet them and going crazy. Whenever they see a celebrity, oh my God, that's woo. Like, okay, it's cool to see your favorite people that make your favorite music, but it's like, okay, why we gotta get like this? You don't understand what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. They putting out the art, and you know it's an exchange. They put out the art, you feel like it's good, in exchange you stream or buy their music. They buy their art, you buy whatever it is that they putting out for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, for like, let's just get for me an example. For whatever reason, a motherfucker be like, oh, that's Vaughn, that's Javon, he do this, he woo. And motherfuckers see me and they do that. Oh, you that guy that such and such, such and such. You know, I'm not gonna get all big head. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna be like, damn, that's cool as hell, motherfuckers. This, you know, this, that, and the third. Knowing that folks out here really listening to what I gotta say, or you know, they admire what I'm doing, or you know, whatever the case may be. Like, I don't want my ego stroked or none of that. Like, I had an ego death a long time ago. I really look at us as all the same. I'm doing this shit because one, I enjoy it. Two, I feel like I'm called to do this. Like, I feel like I'm on the right path to do these things. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that I'm doing. And three, if I can genuinely help people through means of way of doing this, whether that's me putting out gaming news or me doing this podcast and talking about whatever I'm talking about, helping people get through the day, however I'm helping motherfuckers, inspiring them to get into the same shit I'm getting into, or to get them to put more effort into what they're into, then nigga, I won. The job is done. You feel me? So, you know, I'm glad that the celebrity culture shit is dead. Have y'all seen all of the celebrities doing more alcohol ads and gambling ads? Like, I think I just seen Gabrielle Union do an ad for some damn tequila. Why the fuck is Gabrielle Union being called to do this? And why does she need to accept this job? You know, LeBron. I remember he did that shit with the alcohol, with the Hennessy or whatever the case may be. Like, bro, why are we doing alcohol ads? This nigga barely drink, if at all. Why are we doing this? These motherfuckers worth millions. In some cases, billions. Multi-millions of dollars. Why are these niggas doing alcohol ads? As if they need to be seen. That's because people ain't fucking with this shit like they used to, man. That's all that is. They ain't fucking with all this shit like they used to, man. Everybody really came to figure out, like, okay. And I'm glad folks really came and woke the fuck up. But people are really looking at it like, okay, these niggas really don't give a fuck about us. Time and time again, these niggas show up and they disappoint. Whether some shit came out prior to, you know, prior to all the fame, or while they was coming up in fame and people didn't really know about it and it came out and it's like, oh damn, that's a big disappointment. Or motherfuckers showing their true colors and they disappointing folks, which nobody should be disappointed because they just niggas with money. That's it. Everybody that's in your circle where you know a motherfucker with an addiction, they're an asshole, they're just oblivious to what it is. They only give a fuck about themselves. They selfish. Whatever it is, you know, everyday people like this. So what makes you think that these niggas that's celebrities and got all this money and fame ain't the same way as niggas that's close in your vicinity? Either that's somebody in your family, somebody in your friend group, you know, somebody that live on the same block as you, in the same vicinity as you. Why would you not think that these celebrities aren't the same as these people? Somebody might be, one of these celebrities might be as just as alike as you. You understand what I'm saying? Just because they got money and they famous don't mean that they are good people, or they give a fuck about the well-being of everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? Didn't LeBron say that he ain't hear nothing but good things about Israel or some shit like that? Like, come on, nigga. Cut the shit. These celebrities that look like you and I are on these ads promoting alcohol, promoting poison to the community. Essentially, that's what it is. Promoting gambling. And they have been for the last few years now. I would say like the last 4 years, it's been an uptick in that shit. Then you got the prediction markets making it worse. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's really been an uptick in that shit. Don't Giannis have stake in Cauchy or something like that? Like, why is this a thing? because they don't give a fuck. They see that dollar, boy, and that's all they going for. But I hope that y'all don't fall for that shit. I hope y'all not falling for it. I really do hope that y'all, which it seems like a lot of people are waking up to this shit and realizing like, damn, these people don't give a fuck. Why do I want to gamble and risk my money that I work for? You know, stop looking for get rich quick schemes and shit like that, man. Build it slowly but surely, especially in the time is not like now, because man, the window for opportunity is closing, and we're gonna get into that investment portion of the pod, and I'm gonna elaborate a little more on what I mean. So, man, you know, if you like to drink every now and then, and you can, all right, that's cool. But let's stop with the drinking. Let's stop with that shit. Don't fall for these ads and these celebrities trying to get you to buy this liquor for these companies. Only gonna make them richer. You feel me? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And nobody should be disappointed. Nobody should be shocked. Nobody should be surprised. Nobody should be any of those things. Any of those things. Just, it is what it is, bro. That's what they doing. If you could skip these ads, skip them. Don't go out and you know, buy this liquor that they're promoting because you think that's the next best thing. Don't do none of that shit, bro. Don't do none of that shit. Fuck these people. Okay? Again, I'm glad, like, motherfuckers might be like, oh, so the celebrity culture is remnants of it. Everybody a celebrity now. Everybody got a camera. Everybody got a phone. Everybody can post whatever the fuck they want to post and put up on the internet. Everybody a celebrity now. It's an even playing field. I can blow up today and be as many people's faces as the next nigga. Like, I don't know, who in everybody's faces now? I don't know. Right? These streamers, look at them. They getting more views than the niggas that's been out here on TV for years. This the new wave. Everybody a celebrity now, boy. Everybody can record some shit, say some things, and blow up right now. One video can take you there. However long it'll stay, it don't matter. Capitalize over it, and that's what it is. Because I can blow up today off of this pod, off of these words that I'm saying. And being the same, it don't matter now. That celebrity culture is dead, bro. It's coming back to community. You understand what I'm saying? Working with others. It's coming back to that shit. That individualism is dying off. It's still there. And you gotta have that in the way. You gotta be like balanced so that way you can, you know, build for self, so that way you can help build with others. You understand what I'm saying? Even if you don't come with anything other than just an idea, you can still build with others and being willing to build. It's about community now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, not I scratch your back, you scratch mine. It's just we doing for one another naturally. You understand what I'm saying? Learning new things, how to better our lives. Not worried about other people's lives and rich people's lives. It's worried about our lives and how we can improve and spread our money and spread our money and our knowledge to generations way after us, hundreds of years after we're gone. That's what it's about now, because it ain't time to play. You know, like I said previously in other episodes of the pod, by the time 2030 come around, this is gonna show who all been preparing, and who the fuck been playing. Period. Nigga, put that on the shirt. On me. This is what it's really gonna be, man. And I'm preparing every single day. Whether I'm reading, watching videos on it, on things that I'm learning about, while also still keep, you know, balancing it out with things that I like to do and shit. And you know, when investing. Making sure that I prepare, because this is what it's all about, bro. This is what it's all about. So that celebrity shit, ain't no more of that shit, man. That shit died in 2020. That shit died in 2020. 2020 was the end of all of that shit. Now look, there's not one person that can influence somebody now. You understand what I'm saying? There's more people thinking for themselves. We still got a lot of sheep out here. It is what it is. It's always gonna be that way. But there's not one person that can influence everybody. We have influence from here, influence from there, influence right here. You understand what I'm saying? Over there, up, down, left, right, in the center, all around this bitch. We got influence from everywhere now. And then people could take little things here and there and then draw their own conclusion on how they want to proceed on the decision that they make, but it's influenced everywhere now. You understand what I'm saying? So, listen, honestly, I think the beginning of the end for celebrity culture is when the internet came around. More specifically, when social media became a thing, because regular people were now able to interact with celebrities and shit like that, and celebrities will comment. Big place for that. Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you like to call it now, that was a big place for that. So I think that was the beginning of the end. Then once 2020 came around, motherfuckers came in the house, and motherfuckers started getting online and started making more money than they ever have in 2020, because people was in the house. They started coming up with ideas. They started making their own businesses, becoming content creators, and becoming like influencers and shit like that, and getting more views than niggas that's been on TV and movies and all of that shit. Actors and actresses and motherfuckers just been in the game way longer than them. They blowing up just like that because of TikTok and other means of social media. That was the end of that shit. So the beginning of the end was social media, was the internet. Then social media. The end of it was 2020, when everybody got stuck in the house. That's when everything changed, and ain't nothing been the same since. And we're going to see even more drastic changes as we move on through the future. Something I've been talking about previous podcasts. So, yeah, man. I'm glad that shit is dead, bro. I'm glad that shit is dead. There's no reason, no way in hell you should be putting somebody higher than you up on a higher pedestal than you would yourself. No way in the fuck you should be doing that shit. So again, celebrity culture is no more, and I'm glad about that shit, man. It didn't do anything, to be honest with you. It didn't improve anybody's lives. Like, it just a useless thing, to be honest. It's a useless thing. And now, because of celebrity culture being dead, we ain't got one nigga trying to tailor, oh, he made this album, so we gotta go in, we gonna all make these types of... No. Everybody making what the fuck they want to make. And it's been sounding good. I've been enjoying a lot of the new music that's been coming out this bitch from a lot of younger artists, because everybody making what the fuck they want to make, and they don't feel like that they are forced to follow trends and things of that nature. So I'm all for this shit, bro. I'm all for this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. We are, there's a lot of pros and cons, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad. And a lot of the times you gotta see what good can outweigh the bad and just move and just focus more on that. Although people are getting dumber, specifically America. We are on a 6th grade reading level on average here. Sad as fuck. Which means the competency level might be even worse. Things like music and just art in general have been coming back to the people, right? I feel like this was propaganda that was being spread. And as far as, rap falling off. Rap ain't even in topping the charts no more, or hip hop ain't even topping the charts no more. Since the last 30 years, rap ain't did this, rap ain't did that. Woo bop the bam, woo woo. That was propaganda. Because of 2020, it was a tough time and all of that, blah, blah, blah. So many great things came out of that, man. So many great things. Motherfuckers coming up off of the internet, due to them having their own podcasts, sharing their thoughts, motherfuckers resonating with those thoughts. We have a lot of misinformation being spread across the internet, but I think with the amount of misinformation being spread, we have the right amount of information being spread as well. We have more information than ever. We have access to more art, more information, more people that's like, that can prove that they have a degree and shit like that. And giving the information on topics being said, because to break it down and give people an understanding on what's happening in the world or the past or whatever the case may be, or just people that don't even have a degree. They just study this shit. That don't, you know what I'm saying? That not necessarily need a piece of paper to tell them, okay, this is you. But them just devoting their lives to a topic and getting a better understanding, then maybe somebody who has a degree. You understand what I'm saying? It's vice versa. It goes both ways. We have all of this shit, man. And we have so many different places that we could take things from. And we have so many different ways that we can make money and leave the 9 to 5 to do a 11 to 4. You understand what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers have that means to do these things. Now, it might not happen for everybody, but for the ones that happen to, bravo. You feel me? Like, so many new opportunities that came about. People started learning about day trading and all of this shit. And it's not because a celebrity was telling them to do these things. And because motherfuckers started wanting to go out and seek this information because they wanted something better. They started to say, well, damn, these celebrities full of shit. He a pedophile. She's weird. He's selfish as fuck. They not putting the money back into the black community. You feel me? These niggas always trying to go to Africa and build schools, and they not opening up no grocery stores and none of that shit. And people are seeing these things, bruh. And then like, you know what? I'm gonna do it myself. No matter what it takes, I'm gonna get this information. I'm gonna start at ground zero and I'm gonna build it up. And I'm gonna get a little help from the community when I get to that point. And then this is where it's gonna be. This is gonna be a community driven thing. And this is gonna create generational wealth for not just me, but for this community as a whole, because all of this money is gonna go back to the store, which is gonna go back to the community. And there's gonna be a never ending cycle. It's like, people are seeing these things and they are realizing that they can make a change within themselves, which can make a change within other people. And I love that shit, bro. I love it. I love that shit, bro. I'm glad that celebrity culture is dead. These niggas been doing more alcohol ads than ever. Never seen no shit like this before. But that's because people are taking money back, taking the power back into their own hands. And I ain't mad at it, bro. Hey, stay hydrated. Make sure you stay hydrated, man. So yeah, I'm just glad that I'm alive to see this shit. And again, I'm just taking matters into my own hands, bro. Taking matters into my own hands. And I'm building. Like, matter of fact, let's go ahead and transition to my favorite portion of the pod. One of my most favorite portions of the pod, and that's investing. That's the investing portion. Listen, don't forget to invest, because that's basically where this was going, man. That's basically where this was going. Rest in peace to the celebrity culture. But make sure that you invest, man. Make sure that you invest. And don't forget it. Don't forget it. And if you do forget, make sure that you set up an automatic buy for whatever asset it is, right? You know what? Let me give you something, right? Let me give you something real quick. Maybe you can start off investing like this. Say you want to acquire a bunch of assets, but you have limited money. Okay? Start off to say, okay, I'm going to buy this asset, and you can start off with a dividend-paying asset. Do your own homework. Do your own research for what dividend-paying asset that you want to get. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's something that's going to make you however much over the year, this, and the third, right? So you're going to put in this much amount of money into this asset. Once you get X amount of money into that asset, you're going to stop. Now, once you stop those dividends, you can have those dividends, whatever's getting paid, you can have that go back into, you can have that reinvested back into, automatically reinvested back into that same asset that you was purchasing. Then once you feel like, okay, I have this amount of money, let's just say $1,000. Let's say, okay, you got $1,000 worth of $1,000 worth of this stock, this dividend paying asset. Then I'm gonna start with a new asset, a new dividend paying asset, and I'm gonna get $1,000 within that. and say you do it up to 4 different assets, dividend paying stocks. So you're gonna get $4,000 in 4 different dividend paying stocks. And be like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna let those dividends reinvest back into itself over the course of however many years. Let's just start small and say the year. You're gonna go back in a year, look at your portfolio, because the stock might have grown, and you're gonna see all the payoffs that you've gotten, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I have 4 different assets that are paying me for not doing anything, and all of this is equivalent to such and such, right? Then you be like, okay, I have 4 different dividend paying assets paying me this amount of money for the month, the week, the quarter, the year, whatever it is, right? Then you're gonna, okay, I'm going to start taking those dividends that I'm getting paid, and I'm going to add it into my next portion of my investment. So that can go towards, real estate, or you can do crypto or gold or whatever the case may be. You know, okay, once I got $1,000 and some odd dollars in this, I'm going to take this, I'm going to transfer it over to, so, it's basically taking $1,000 at a time and buying one asset until you get to that $1,000 mark, and then you transition to the next asset while that dividend paying asset is reinvesting back into itself. And you're going to take $1,000 each time. You're going to look up at the end of the year, you might have 12 different assets, maybe 4 to 5 that's dividend paying ones, 3 that are in crypto that's staking or whatever the case may be, and it's making money on this money. And then you're going to have, let me see, that'd be what? I said 5, 7, then you got 2 more that is in growth stocks, whether that's, I don't know, something in tech or, gold, silver, or whatever the case may be. You just over that course of a year, you just gained a shit ton of assets. Now you can be like, okay, I'm going to hold on to this, or I'm going to let this grow until I could take money off the top, take back my house money, which is in the growth stocks and gold and silver. Now you got, let me see, growth stocks. Let's see, there's 2, gold and silver. So now you got $4,000 that you're taking out, right? Now you got a lump sum of money. You could take that $4,000 and you could put it into a high yield savings account, or you could put it towards your real estate purchase, because that's $4,000 that you didn't even have. You could take that $4,000 and have it towards your real estate purchase. And then every time, if you could save $1,000 a month, that's gonna go towards your real estate purchase. Now you already have other means of income that's growing and is doing this thing, that once you get enough for the real estate purchase, whether you're gonna finance or however you want to do it, if you get that real estate investing book that I was telling y'all about earlier, it'll give you the way. Once you save up enough, or whether you finance or whatever, then you're gonna take that income and you're gonna still save that same thing. You're gonna either put it back into real estate, or you're gonna put that into more dividend paying assets. So they're gonna pay you more and more. Then you be like, okay, you can figure out how much you want to get paid from these assets. Okay, these dividends I want to make an extra $500 a month. You figure out how much you need to invest for the extra $500 a month. Then whatever you making from those dividends, you can take that extra $500 a month and put it back into crypto, or you can transfer it back into the real estate and save up for the real estate. Get that continuity going until you get your next property. Then you got 2 properties. Now the flywheel is going. Now you saving up even more money from your main source, 2 properties, dividends. All of that adds up. You can save it up for another property, so on and so forth. So you be like, okay, I want to buy some land, this, that, and the third. That's how you can start off doing this shit, man. You just got to start. That's all it is. Automatically invest, set up a recurring buy for every week, or every month, or every day, however you want to do it. Set a certain amount for every single day. If you can do $5 a day, do that. I used to do $7 a day at one point in this one stock that I was getting paid monthly from. And I think I told y'all the story because I was financially illiterate. Because I did it. I started it when I was in the military, and I was doing $7 a day. And I started seeing, okay, I was getting paid like 18 cents. Then I was starting seeing, I'm getting paid $2. Then I had got up to getting paid about $5 to $7 a month. and I don't know, I forgot how much money I had invested in it in total. But I started selling that shit off because I was financially illiterate and I needed that money. And I started selling off everything that I had in it. And the stock price is very low from what it is now. But I was, man, I could be getting paid an extra $100, $200 a month if I kept that shit going. So I'm telling y'all that as a mistake that I made, and I learned from it. So now I fully am embedded in the compounding interest. And ever since I learned about that and I, started making more money and, investing a lot more money into these things, and I'm starting to see the compound interest, every single month or every single week. Again, I'm fully embedded into this shit, and the flywheel is going. Like, I love investing, right? I feel like that's one of the things that I am really called to, especially because, I talk about investing, or at least I used to talk about investing all the time amongst my peers and my siblings and shit like that, and my parents, whenever that get brought up. But I noticed the conversation stops at a certain point. There's no elaboration. There's no talking about whatever the case may be, right? I realized that I'm called to it. Like, that made me realize that I'm the one that needs to be embedded in this shit. I'm the one that needs to be investing because I'm the only one in my family. I think that, if they listen to this, maybe they tell me something differently. Regardless of excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses behind whatever. You know what I'm saying? They aren't taking it as I think they aren't taking it as serious as me. Right? So, and I think that's the realization that I needed to be like, okay, bro, you are the one, bro. You the one that's gonna use this tool to get ahead. You are the one that's going to use this tool to get ahead. It's the reason why you doing this shit. It's the reason why you so gung-ho on you. Like, I watch videos about crypto and investing every single day. I start off my morning with that shit. I wake up, I work out, I meditate, crypto videos, investing videos every single day. I don't skip a beat on that shit. I read about it. I read about how money working. Like, I got books on investing and Think and Grow Rich, The Richest Man in Babylon, The Infinite Banking Concept by R. Nelson Nash, the real estate investing book, The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. I'm gonna be picking up the Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. There's a couple, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. I believe Benjamin H. Graham. The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. I believe I'm going to pick that up. And then I'm going to also pick up The Psychology of Money. Now, a lot of those books, now some of these books I don't own, but I'm going to be picking them up. But I remember all of those. I remember all the names to these books. Like, the ones that I have is The Rich Man Babylon, The Infinite Banking Concept, Think and Grow Rich, Changing World Order, The Real Estate Investment Book, and I believe that's it. I said Think and Grow Rich. Oh, Outwitting the Devil, which I listened to it, but I'm going to be getting a hard copy of that book because that's what started off my journey over this whole thing, which subconsciously didn't even know like that was going to happen because of the of 2020 and what happened then. That started my whole journey on like just getting my life right because I didn't like who I was and how I was mismanaging money, and that took me a lot of time to stop being a skeptic and really getting my money right and creating a budget and shit like that. It took me like 3 years afterwards, after reading that book, to really get right when it comes to my finances. But as far as everything else, like, that book really got me on track. And then I found my mentor, and it just went up from there when it came to crypto investing and shit like that. So it's just going through that journey, I come to realize like I'm the chosen one for this shit. And it's not like oh yeah, you the chosen one, you the one. Like, it's not none of that shit like it's an ego thing. I really truly believe that like I'm the one that is the true generational shifter in my family, because why else am I drawn to this, to talk about this in the way I do, to read and study and invest the way that I do every single month. And now that I've got rid of these money blocks and really got out of my own way to realize, okay, pull profits on green and invest on red. You understand what I'm saying? Green is bad, Red is good. Invest as much as you can when you see the red markets. Pull off as much profits as you can on the way up when the markets are green, and invest those things and other things that can build you wealth and expedite the process of helping you, make $300-400 a month, an extra $1,000 a month. Like, the possibilities that I've seen for myself, and I was thinking to myself earlier while I was watching these videos about the Modern Investor, I'm like, yo, I truly see, like, I have visions. No bullshit. Hold on, bro. Let me sit up in my chair. Nigga, I have visions of me living a wealthy life, and I'm starting it now. It's not something that, it's gonna just happen because I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it through visions, through seeing it, through speaking it, through living through it, and really picturing and living it as if my life is here now. Funny story, right? I remember me and my girl was in the grocery store. We was in Whole Foods, and we was going in there looking at the vegetables and shit like that. And Bill Gates, not Bill Gates, Bill Gates, he owns a lot of the farms and shit that where they spraying a peel on the shit, and it's something that you can't get rid of, you can't see. It seeps into the fruit, the skin of the fruit or whatever you eating, your fruits and veggies and stuff like that, and it's just not good, right? I just have to bring that up because I feel like I needed to share that, because Jeff Bezos, he owns a Whole Foods now. And have owned it for quite some time. But I said that because we was in the grocery store and we was looking to pick some fruit. And I remember I was reaching out for the fruit. Now, this is nothing that I envisioned on purpose. This is just something that happened. I swear to God, I bullshit you not, G. I was reaching for the fruit, and my girl was talking to me. I forgot what we were talking about, but she was saying something. But as I was reaching for the fruit, I bullshit you not. As I was reaching for the fruit, a vision came over my mind. And this was definitely, and this vision didn't happen for no reason, I swear to God. This was definitely letting me know, okay, this is what you need to do, and this is how you're gonna do it, and you're gonna use these other means to get to where you need to go. I was reaching for the fruit, G, and this vision came over my mind like I saw it clear as day, nigga. We was on our land, and I was picking fruit from what we had harvested in our house. I swear to God, bruh. If I'm lying, I'm flying, nigga. I'm still sitting here. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm still sitting here. I was seeing myself and my girl, and this vision was so strong because I didn't hear anything. I couldn't hear nothing. It was for a few seconds, but I couldn't hear anything. It was as if like I was on my land and I was picking from our harvest. And I seen it from our harvest, and everything got blank. Like as far as like I couldn't hear nothing around me. Only thing I can do, I heard muffled from my girl talking, but I couldn't hear nothing else. Like the music that was playing in the store, I couldn't hear none of that shit. And for the second, it didn't look like the store. It looked like I was picking from our harvest off of our land, as I envisioned it to be, as I always talk about. We was picking fruit from our land, G. That's how I know I'm the one. That's how I know I'm making the change. That's how I know I'm on the right path and doing what I'm doing, and really learning about how to grow our own food, and so that we can live off the land and shit like that and be as healthy as possible and pass down the land and the knowledge to the people that's gonna come after me. My children's children. They're gonna have so much abundance of land, so much abundance of knowledge, so much abundance of wealth. 10 generations from now, they will never have to work again, or they will never have to work. My children will never have to work. Their children will never have to work. My great-great-grandchildren will never have to work, ever. They can do what the fuck they want to do, go get an education, go learn new skills, You understand what I'm saying? If they want to, they can start a business or they can go ahead and go work if they want to, but they already know that they can manage their money and they will never have to sell another asset or another nothing ever. Because I see it, bruh. I see it. And I'm not just spewing bullshit, nigga. I didn't stutter. Not one time talking about this. Because this is real. And I see what's real for me, and I know what I can make real for others. That I choose to make and that I have around me in my vicinity, man. Like, I'm the one, I'm him. I'm the one that's making this change. Like, as I'm speaking right now, I can feel these words flowing through me, bro. Like, I feel that power. I wish I could feel what I feel, man. Like, as I'm talking about this shit right now, I can feel it as if it's happening already. Like, it's here. It's here, man. It's here. And I refuse to be left behind because due to my ignorance. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me from doing what I want to do. Nothing at all. From doing what I'm called to do. Because everything that I'm doing right now, it ain't for no reason. This is it, bro. This is where we at with it, man. Abundance. That's it. That's all. That's the word of the day. I'm gonna start doing that shit. Abundance. That's word of the day. And when you listen to this shit on Sunday, because that's when I'm gonna be dropping the pod, right? Make sure you look up the word abundance. And no, don't just read it, don't just comprehend it, but feel it. Feel that abundance. And embellish in it to what, like really soak in that word and realize that you are already abundant. Realize that nothing can stop you on your journey but you. Realize that we are in a time that we can create anything that we want in this world. Nigga, we have 3D printers now. Nigga, we actually have a time to where we can come together as a collective, put some money together and buy real estate. And nobody can take it from us. Nobody can take it. And if they try, we'll be ready. This time. Make sure you stay hydrated, man. I gotta drink me some more water. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. Hold on. So do you see where I'm coming from? I hope you do. I hope you do. Don't forget to invest. I know it's a lot of crazy shit going on right here, and not just with external, but personal shit as well. But remember, you can't, let me just be blunt with you. You can't save your way out of poverty. You can't save your way to comfort. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna, you have to grow your money. And the best way to grow your money is if you invest. Invest low too. When markets come crashing down, even if you start investing right now, right? Even if markets come crashing down, don't fret. Get more aggressive, buy more, lower the average cost, because when shit go back up, you are gonna ultimately benefit. Don't sell these assets. Unless you're trying to make some money and you pull profits, don't sell these assets unless you're ready to pull profits and you have a plan for those profits. I pull profits on XRP, right? I pull profits, and when the clarity bill is getting passed to the Senate now, I believe, the market started moving up a little bit on that. I pulled even more profits. Now, I'm sitting on dry powder, which is basically money on the side so that I can reinvest back into the markets when things come low. And I'm going to take a portion of that, put it to my life insurance policy, borrow from it, and invest it when the markets go low. And when everything else go up, I'm going to be pulling profits from there and then just invest. I'm not fucking around. I'm not fucking around. Like, the opportunity is we still have a few years to get right. But just know the window of opportunity is closing to be part of to really invest in the new rails of the new financial system and what's happening, the changes going on right now. We have that chance, but the opportunity is closing. This shit is gonna create so many millionaires. Me being a multi-millionaire, one of them, is gonna create so many of those. Through just within the crypto market alone, is gonna create a lot of that. And you can be part of that, bro. You can make $700K and change your life. You can make $100K and change your life. You understand me? So, listen, I've been investing in the crypto market for quite some time now. And I'm constantly investing every single month, or every week now, because I have income coming in every week. Every week, I'm investing. Every month, I'm investing. And I'm not skipping the beat. I'm not skipping. I'm building up my dividends so that way I can have more cash flow to invest in the crypto markets. I'm buying XRP and Bitcoin and HBAR all the time. I'm about to invest a little bit more into Zebek Network, Flare, and VeChain. Which with Flare, I'm gonna take half that I invest in that and stake it, and keep the other half to invest and take profits and shit like that, so that I can stake that as well and buy more assets. I just need to get to a certain number. But it's happening, bro. It's happening. Like, this is it. We are in a transition. The biggest wealth transfer in history. I think it's like over $100 trillion. The crypto market about to change over, whatever, everywhere, everything being tokenized. And then with land, I believe it's like $24 trillion or something, a little bit more of land being changing hands, with this being bought up, or these old farmers are giving it to their children if they want it, or they giving it to corporations, which that's what's happening a lot, and they just going off and living, somewhere and the rest of their years off somewhere, and now corporate own the land, but it's hundreds of trillions of dollars that is changing hands right now. Get a slice of that $100 trillion pie. You want a slice of that pie, I'm telling you. You're gonna need assets if you wanna persevere in the future. Like, just being 100% transparent with you, bro. You're gonna want assets. Especially because inflation is only gonna rise, which is bringing down the value of your dollar, which means you can't pay for things as much as you used to. Look at gas. When gas was $2.30 something, that $5 went a little way. Cause that's a gallon of gas. Now $5 don't even get you a gallon of gas. Barely. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga, 2 cucumbers used to cost $1 each. That means you could take $1 and buy 1 cucumber. Now you need $2 for 1 cucumber. They $2 now. You understand me? You need $4 for 2 cucumbers. You understand what I'm saying? Shit is going up. Ain't no telling how much things are gonna cost between now and 2030. Interest rates supposed to be coming down. That means assets, whoever own assets, they're gonna be in for a good ride. Take them profits. Markets come crashing down. You invest everything you got and just sit on it and wait and invest and keep investing. And just look at where that shit is gonna take you. I took profits off of XRP, and because I was up like 181%. I was like, you know what? If markets do keep going up, fuck it. It is what it is. If the markets come down though, oh my God, I'm buying. I'm buying. Like crazy. So that's just what it is, man. I'm taking profits where it's at. And I'm gonna be buying in. Like I'm still, even though I take profits, I'm still buying. When I'm taking profits, I'm still buying XRP. You understand me? Like that's not changing, but I'm taking profits, bro. I'm taking profits. So listen, man, do not get left behind. Invest, save your money, create more cash flow. If you have a little side hustle, take that side hustle and however much you making at that side hustle, try to put that into dividends so that way you can make money while you sleep, and you can and then you can quit your side hustle because you'll be making that in dividends. You understand what I'm saying? And just keep building from there. Just keep building from there. Just keep building from there. Or however much you're making on that side hustle, if you want to double that with dividends, so that with that extra income, you could take half of that and then leave whatever it is left that you will be making from your side hustle. That'll be being made in your dividends. You can reinvest that. So let me just clarify. So you're making $800 extra a month from your side hustle, and it's something that you don't want to do. If it's something that you already want to do, then you stay there, obviously. But if it's something that you don't want to do, you take that 800. If you ain't paying bills with it, you can use that to buy dividends. Once you're making that $800, once you're making that $800 a month from dividends, you have that reinvest back into it. While you're still putting that money into the dividends, right? Once you start making $1,600 a month from those dividends, then you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take half of that, and I'm going to use that for whatever I'm using it for, to pay bills or whatever the case may be. While that same 800, now you making it in your sleep, you gotta reinvest back into it. Then once that becomes double, now your side hustle that you don't want to do, you'll be like, you know what? I don't even need this side hustle no, because now I don't even need this side hustle anymore, because now I'm making $1,600 a month from my dividends. Then you can take half of that and use that to pay bills or whatever the shit you might want to do, or to actually get into something that you actually want to do to fund it. You feel me? It's all about being self-sustainable, and that's what I'm focused on right now. So, I'm yapping. I said earlier I didn't know how long this shit was gonna be, but y'all already know, man. Ain't no promises being kept on that shit, bro. We are an hour and 23 minutes in. So listen, man. I just want y'all to get ahead. I want y'all to be as self-sufficient as I possibly can. I do not want y'all to rely on a job, one source of income, because ain't no telling what can happen to that one source of income, man. Uncertainty will kill you. Not to sound so morbid, but it can. It can. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no job safe out this bitch. Especially with the rise of AI. And if you plan on being at your job for 30 years, do you know if your job going to be around for the next 30 years? Think about that. In 30 years, do you think your job is going to be around? I'm 31 now, so when I'm 61 and you're 61, and that's assuming that we are the same age as I'm talking to you right now, do you think your job is going to be around when you're 61 years old? Are you going to be able to retire when you're 61 years old, 65? You know they're trying to raise the retirement age to like 70. Why do you think that is? Do you want to work when you're 61 till you're 61? Do you want to work till you're 70? Do you want to work till you're 80 years old? Because they're trying to raise the retirement age now to 70. In 30 years, what do you think it's going to be? Do you want to work till you're 70, 61, bones hurting, you tired, got to get up at 5 in the morning? Ain't no telling what these gas prices are going to be. Do you not want to have assets, another source of income that can help you out? You know, when you turn 60, 61, 60, 70, 80 years old, do you want to have $6,000 of income that you don't have to work for doing absolutely nothing? Or do you want to have to still work and try to make ends meet? You choose. And it's not to scare you, but it's really to put something into perspective that the dollar isn't what it used to be. This is the early 2000s, and we got to stop living as such. We have to live as though, yeah, we got to create more passive income for ourselves. We have to. That's the only way. Or you could think about this. We can say fuck all of it, right? And dismantle the system. But which one is more likely to happen? Everybody coming together as a collective to dismantle the system, or you getting your shit together and not waiting for a savior, and you do what you got to do to save and invest so that you can change your life around for the future within the next 6 months, the next year, the next 10 years, the next 20 years, the next 30 years, the next 40 years. When you have grandchildren and you might have to help them to go to college or whatever the case may be, right? Which one you choose? You wait for a savior or you become your own? I don't know, man. I'm just asking the question, man. I don't know too much of anything. You feel me? This is just certain things that I think about. You feel me? Certain things that I get inspiration from when I be watching certain videos and stuff like that, knowing where the world is headed, and it's not gonna stop. Like, this is where the world is headed. I need to read about the K-shaped economy. But from my understanding of it, from what I've been hearing and watching and shit like that, the K-shaped economy is those in the middle, those at the very bottom, and then those at the very top. So those in the middle, which would be like the middle class, which there isn't no middle class anymore because you have, on average, across America, you have to make $150,000, maybe a little more, a little less, to be considered middle class. So there's no more middle class. It's just the working poor and the overly wealthy. But the K-shaped economy, wealth is moving up to the wealthy in the K-shaped economy, while everything else is coming down. The middle class is coming down into the working poor. At this point, there is no middle class. There is no helping the middle class. But what you can do is try to help yourself and spread this information as much as possible and say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to learn how to invest. I'm going to see how the rich get richer and stay wealthy. I'm going to see how this works. And I'm going to implement a lot of these ideas along with my own little twist to it to see if I can, expedite the process, whatever the case may be, however I can help. And I'm going to change my life for the better. And I'm not going to wait on the savior. So I say all that to say, please invest. Do not forget to invest. Set up a recurring buy. Acquire as many assets as you possibly can, whether that's gold, silver. I'm a big crypto guy, so that's what I do. And dividend stocks, dividends and crypto. That's it. So I'm about to be real estate because I'm heavy on studying that. Saving up for that shit right now. So whether it's gold, silver, oil, crypto, stocks, dividend paying stocks, real estate, Pokemon cards, or whatever cards that have value, that holds value, that goes up in value, with buying land, renting out the land, hell, if you have a house, renting out a bedroom, whatever it is you can do to create that extra cash flow, because don't forget the Capital DR strategy that I learned from my mentor, Capital DR, cash flow, assets, protection, leverage, de-risk, cash flow, getting put into assets, the assets appreciate, you take profits, that profits go into protection. You see how deep that shit go? The protection goes into, you can take that protection, you can leverage it, which is, against your own crypto, which a lot of people don't recommend because it's easy to get liquidated because the markets are so volatile in the crypto market. Or you could take that leverage from your life insurance policy. You can borrow from it, buy more assets, or buy more dividend paying assets. And then you can use those dividend paying assets to pay off that loan back to you. And, the ones that's paid off, you got free money. Now you can use those dividend paying assets to buy more assets like crypto or more dividend, or to save up. Have you expedite the process to save up for real estate, shit like that? Hey man, listen, the blueprint is here. I'm talking it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm implementing it. It's starting here. The wheel is turning. And it's getting faster and faster every week. That motherfucker getting faster and faster every single week. By the end of this year, I should be making enough from my dividends and my staking to cover my living expenses by the end of this year, for sure. So take heed, man. Take heed. I know life is interesting, but we will persevere. Just take heed in what I'm saying when it comes to this investing shit. And also, don't forget to do what makes you happy. Do anything that makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? If you need to hit me up because you want to talk, hit me up, bro. I'm not hard to find. Hit me up. Hit me up. And I'm here for you, free of charge. Now, if you want to pay me, hey, I'm here for it. That's just more money I'm going to take to invest. If you want to pay me, I'm here for it. You know, some consulting type shit. But just hit me up, bro. Hit me up. Hit me up. If you don't want to talk to me, go talk to a friend. If you don't want to talk to a friend, go talk to your mom and your daddy. If you're going to talk to your mom and daddy, go to a therapist. If you can't afford therapy, if you feel like it's too much, you feel like, you know, you can't, if you feel like you can't pay for at least one session a month, then go talk in the motherfucking mirror. Go look in the mirror and talk. Whew. Didn't mean for it to be so intense, but that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. This is how I communicate. So again, we will persevere, man. Don't fret, don't worry. All of this shit is temporary. Do what you got to do to set yourself up for the future, especially if you plan on having children, because you don't want to bring your children in the same situation that you were brought in as a child and as growing up through poverty, confusion, not knowing where the next meal gonna come from, not being able to have a conversation, or, you know, allowing them to do what they want to do for as far as themselves and extracurricular activities. You don't want to do that. You don't want to have that for your children, man. You don't want to have them growing up learning about the crypto market, or your grandchildren learning about the crypto market, and you sitting up there broke as hell. Then he said they're asking you, damn, grandpa, what did you do when Bitcoin was $5? What did you do when Bitcoin was $63,000? What did you do when Bitcoin was $80,000? What did you do when these assets were so low? What did you do when these dividend paying assets was paying 10, 11%, and you can get paid that shit every month or twice a month, and you was able to take these assets, those dividend paying assets, and put those into other assets that can grow and have the opportunity to buy land and property and shit like that? What were you doing? Do you want them to ask you those questions, or do you want them to say thank you for doing what you needed to do in your 20s, 30s, and 40s to make sure that my life was a lot easier? Thank you for passing down this knowledge that I can now use and take into my own life, and I can pass it down to my children and grandchildren to keep the cycle going. Thank you for breaking cycles that you were in so the way I didn't have to endure. I know, bro. I know these words may be cumbersome, but don't worry. The weight shall be lifted. Just take heed in what I'm saying. Whew. All right, man. We are hour and 34 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Hopefully y'all got something about it, this shit. I really do appreciate y'all for coming through and listening, man. I love doing this shit. I really do, especially speaking in a way that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I love talking this way, man. So make sure you share this shit with a friend, brother, cousin, mama, daddy, sister, whoever it is. Hell, get your pets to watch it. They might get some consciousness off of listening to me and hearing this voice of mine. So this has been episode 65 of the Von Talks podcast. Make sure you exercise, drink some water, and fucking relax. And I will most definitely speak to you on the next one. Peace.